Welcome to the Golden Feather. Grab a pint, a plate, and pick your seats. Your hosts, Virtek and Chibi Bree, are back from their latest adventures.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Golden Feather. Today we have Come On Get Hoppy with Sunfrog. How are you?
Hi, everybody. It's me, your friendly neighborhood Sunfrog.
All right. And Damien Virtek here. How's everybody doing today?
You guys are doing pretty well. I'm in very unusual garb, I understand. But this is some of you know I cosplay. For those of you that don't, surprise, I cosplay. And I got them pierced. And this one has a little dangly. But thank you. My birthday party for my cosplay friends and the cosplay community is tonight. So kind of a win-win situation. Get to show it off to you guys before I leave and have it online. And, you know, I cosplay, guys. Hope you like it.
Surprise if you didn't know.
Yeah, surprise! But let's see. We have a few things that we are going to be covering today. First off, I'd like to say all of the awesome Halloween costumes that were over at Intrepid were amazing, including the terrifying bunny costume that Margaret was afraid of. And I love how Toast was like the little trap monster where it's like, oh, I'm gonna pick a flower. Just kidding, I'm gonna get eaten.
And Margaret's disappearing act there.
Her cloak of invisibility. A couple of my favorites.
The Verdant Keeper, was it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
The Flangler.
Yeah, something or other.
The thing with the teeth and the dangly
was it
bit.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, Flangler. Yeah, that was Toast. Margaret was the Ardent, the person with like the druid and the elf ears and the
Verdant Keeper.
Verdant Keeper. There we go. I thought she said Ardent Keeper.
She was a disappearing person on the live stream. It was great.
Really cool. Yeah. I wish I could check dark mode, but I can't. Oh. Somebody has audio playing in the background, by the way. I'm not sure who it is. But, okay.
It was Virtek. I didn't do it.
Alright, so, Sunfrog, who are you? Where are you? What do you do for the community?
Hello. I'm on YouTube. I make all kinds of different videos. I'm not a member of the crew or anything like that. I just hang out on Discord and in the forums and everywhere else.
Hey, people know your name and they watch your stuff and they talk about your stuff. So I think that considers you as part of some kind of a crew, if nothing else, the general community crew. So
I'm surprised that a lot of the content creators watch my show. I think I get more comments from content creators than regular people.
Interesting.
Yeah, oddly enough.
Requests from other content creators too, which is really neat.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, the content creator community is actually fairly tight-knit. I'm actually really happy about that. I think if anything, we are the ones that comment the lowest because we're just kind of cruising through everything and we go through so fast. We like drop a like and then we check the next thing and drop a like and check the next thing. So we don't comment.
Usually I'm driving.
Often. I'm just terrible with commenting on things. I really need to get better with that. I just kind of watch it and I'm like, oh, that was neat. Like, next.
Yeah.
It surprised me how friendly everybody is. All the content creators, they'll give you tips and advice, and they'll give me requests for stuff, which is really neat. I'm like,
cool.
what? you do that show. You know, like,
Why do you want me to do that? Yeah, well, maybe
why-
they just
why are
like you
asking me
doing
for
it.
that?
But yeah, I think every one of the content creators I've spoken with I've been happy. They've been great people. They're all really
Yeah.
open, really nice, really talkative. Like we'll sit and chat for an hour, before or after a stream that we do, and just kind of kick back and shoot the breeze for a minute. They're all really great people. I've yet to
Yeah.
meet one that I can say is like not a really great person.
I mean, yeah, I can say the same. I mean, anything to do with humans eventually ends up having drama, but the ones that were like negative and toxic, I'm pretty sure Ash is already like, I heard about it a little bit initially, like that there was like toxic, but like everybody that I know, they're not toxic. So
Yeah, same here. Like there's been people like I've heard stories and there's stuff, whatever, but hey, I haven't met those people, so be it.
Well, there's some people that are a little too negative for me. I don't like negative people because I think they bring the whole game down and everything. It's like if you were the manager of a Starbucks, why would you sit in the lobby and say the coffee's bitter and overpriced and stuff? If you talk people out of watching your show, I mean, if you talk people out of playing Ashes, they're not going to watch videos about Ashes.
right.
So I don't understand why people are so negative on it sometimes.
Yeah, I know there's some people like Jalen. I actually really appreciate his the negative stuff he brings up because he does it in a balanced way.
Right.
It's never just picking on the game or picking on something as much as like, hey, there's some really good things going on, but here's some negative stuff that needs to be fixed because I want this game to succeed. And these are the negative things that need to be fixed.
There's a good and a bad way of going about it.
Yeah, he's very, very constructive with it. So I can at least say that. Like, I've known some people that have said some bad things, but
yes,
it up in a good way at least.
The clickbait ones. Ooh. I mean, there's two kinds of clickbaits. There's a cute clickbait like Fushi, and then there's like the ones that always get me where like I think there's gonna be an amazing pet video in there, and then like it was just a thumbnail. It's not actually in the video, and I'm just like rude.
Or the ones where they actually take like a clip of their face like screaming "Rah!" And it's just literally a rage baity clickbait thing.
Yeah, I'm like, no, but I thought that was gonna be more interesting than it is. But yeah, a couple of things. First off, wood chip, I agree with you. I understand like it isn't exactly our fault, but I do wish we had more to bring to the community as well in terms of Ashes of Creation. But that doesn't mean that we can't find inspiration from what we're given, There's a few things we're going to talk about with Sunfrog today that were inspired from the most recent armors, but we'll get to that one later. And then as well as just, things that we'd like to see in the game that we've like brought from previous things. Like, for example, we Tolnar! Yes, Tolnar.
Yeah, I want to play a lizard person.
I'm cosplaying as Tolnar today. Totally. But
there's stuff about them that I don't understand.
Well, there's a lot of stuff they haven't told us either.
But what's some of the stuff you don't understand?
Were they part of the people that the ancients created, or were they created by the corruption?
Oh, they were apparently like from what I remember, and I didn't read everything on it, but from what I remember, they were basically left behind with the Exodus, and just over the years they evolved with the need to survive on the planet with certain things going on. So it's more of a.
They weren't created by the ancients then, or by the gods or anybody.
No,
that actually brings up a good question.
From the Exodus.
Brings up a good question. If before the Exodus there was magic, our Tolnar magic.
So that could be part of their evolution. They could have evolved some of that magic into their bones, into their very bones.
And And then the other thing, there was always magic, yes. Yeah. And then the other thing that Theater Elf said, and I agreed with, was that we are very fortunate to have such a good community enhanced with content creators. Yes, I agree. They're survivors of the Exodus, and they have been changed over the years due to crossbreeding or corruption, right? There are people who mingled with the other creatures to survive. Oh no. But I mean, lore, am I right?
Changed over the years due to crossbreeding or corruption. Oh, so they're a bunch of corrupt pups.
I have a weird theory about the magic, though.
Okay.
Oh, what's that?
Okay, so there was the 10 gods, and they created the ancients, and they were living somewhere on a planet. And then something happened, and they created orcs, elves, dwarves, and they put them on Vera. That's 2 planets. And I think when they made the elves, orcs, and dwarves, they took the magic out of the ancients and they put it into the planet itself. And that's why Vera has magic on it. The magic is contained in the planet itself.
Yeah, see, the magic part. Yeah, the magic part I'm not certain about. I do know there was something about they created like one race and it had like all of their powers in it, and they were like, yeah, that was a mistake. So then they split it across the 4 different races. Like a human, orc, elf,
the
dwarf.
ancients gave us magic, which means we don't have magic inside of us. I think when they created the 3 races, they took the magic out of us and put it into the planet itself. And that's why the crystals grow. And that's kind of what happened to the corruption. That had something to do with the corruption.
So, talking about all this lore kind of brings up the idea of the Light Pact.
Although the Light Pact, I don't get it really, because that's like an agreement between all the people not to fight each other, so that they could come together and fight the ancients. So that means the 10 gods created the ancients, and then the ancients went bad, so they created us, and then we went bad too, and we started fighting each other.
No,
and then when the ancients came to Vera, we made a big peace pact, and we started fighting the ancients. So that means we're not that good either.
Well, I know
they
we
didn't
started
do
fighting.
that good of a job when they created us either.
Yeah, and I think we ended up fighting the harbingers, not really the. See, and this is the part where I get confused between all the different terms of everything. So I'm trying to always try and keep it straight, but like, because any creatures, when you put them all like in a box, so to say, they're all going to eventually bring up their differences, and their differences are that's going to end in some kind of conflict, be it just verbal or all out physical war. So there's going to be enmity. There's going to be things that need to be set aside when a different threat comes along. And so, like when the harbingers came and stuff got bad, everybody said, you know what, let's you're not so ugly anymore, let's get this guy out of here, and so it kind of set aside whatever differences there were, even if it was squabbling over like borders.
I actually, sorry, I thought you were done.
Oh yeah, basically done. I'm kind of now.
Okay. I like what Taylun said. The ancients didn't go bad. 3 of them, the gods, they're the 10 gods, try to teach them the secrets of the essence, pretty much god tier magic, and then 7 got scared of their power and banished them. Thousands of years later, the ancients managed to come back from their exile, and they are very upset about being exiled into the void.
I would be too. Just saying.
I was just trying to help creation. Why are you banning me?
And then that leads me to 2 more weird theories. If we did a big peace pact on Vera to get rid of the ancients, and then we left and went to Sanctus, are we still at peace on Sanctus? Are we friends now?
And that's the other thing I'm curious about, because there's the talk of how the Tolnar ended up over the years evolving and crossbreeding and intermingling and whatnot to just create what they are now. But if all the races ended up just up and poofing out to Sanctus, which from as far as who was it? Looks like Woodchip. We were asking if it was confirmed. The snippet from Jeffrey Bart is that it's another world. So I'm guessing that's as close as confirmed about it being just another planet.
Okay.
I think there's been other statements, but either way, like it makes me kind of curious, like how the bloodline stayed so like straight and pure when all the races ended up dipping out to Sanctus.
Yeah, another planet.
Instead of also commingling.
Yeah. And then a couple of things is their charity stream. Obviously, that was a big one. After their last live stream for the game development update, and did you happen to see how they did? Because I saw something, but then I forgot what they said. But I know that they did at least 40K before this one between the last 2 years. That was raised for the second life.
I know I commented on it this time around, but I forget exactly how much it was. It was a good bit. It was a good bit.
But for those of you like me, because I was working currently, those of you who missed it, our favorite person, Ash's post, put up a kind of like the Ashes of Creation lore reveal from the 24-hour stream. So if you guys want to just comb through some of that, Virtek will have that link up there in just a second, if not already. 20K for this one. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I love Ash's post. They put up a lot of good just transcripts and just things in general covering just community stuff. I don't know, just stuff about the community. And like if you missed an important live stream with Intrepid or Ashes of Creation, they end up doing a pretty good job of getting that information out there.
Yeah, and that one's kind of like a twofer because they included all of the lore that was gone over, which is actually pretty decent storyline. You should definitely check it out.
Yeah.
And the the funny D&D game, or not D&D, they did Pathfinder, sorry.
Yes.
The Pathfinder game that they had going. They actually followed quite a few of the twists and turns in it and the storyline as it unfolded. There's some fun little tidbits in there for those who haven't caught it. But
I personally will be enjoying reading this in my off time while taking a break from coding for a little bit.
yeah, I thought it was great how people could donate to get certain things to happen. And some people definitely took advantage of that more than I thought they were going to.
I actually was hoping to do this at some point too, in inspiration from them.
Yeah, I think at one point, what was it? Jeffrey and Steven, I guess, went to take a nap, and they came back to like a $3,000 boost to.
What Chip said it cost him $475.
All right, hey, good job. Hey, you know what? And I forget the list. Were you one of the top 10 that got that super nifty pack of a bunch of coolness? Because I'm kind of jealous. Just saying.
Right. And also on top of that, I want to say thank you also, because Woodchip is our founder, if you can't tell by the badge next to his name in the Twitch chat. So thank you for being our founder as well. Nope, around 15. Oh no. But still, pretty up there. Thank you for, supporting. I didn't get a chance to, but you know what? It's because it's like 2 days before my birthday, and my birthday was on Monday this year. So next year I'm watching it. I should have weekends off. If not, I'm gonna make sure to call out and then actually take advantage of this, because I absolutely love me some charity streams. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, and Taylun I saw was on there as a top donator, so
ooh.
I'm gonna say on behalf of them, thank you much, because I love those charities, especially the Extra Life. I don't know anything at all about that Rady or Ratty Children's. That one I don't know about, so I can't really speak about. But Extra Life I love.
I already have Breath of the Wild, so I'd have to donate it. Or you could sell it on eBay. I don't know. Give it to a friend. Christmas gift. Christmas is right around the corner.
Yeah, regifting. It's not so bad if it's still brand new in the package.
Right? Plus, they don't know if it was a gift, so... about what we talked earlier when talking about the Tolnar, don't forget about the minor races, lizard folk, that also fled into the Underrealm, and then were part of the big intermingling party, so they had plenty of options to get good genes.
Yeah, fair
I
enough.
like the phrasing. Good phrasing on that one. Oh, before we go on to the next one, in the last live stream, they showed this really cute, awkward bean of a mount. I forgot what it was called, but he has like long legs and like the long snout, and they showed the making of it.
Oh, the Day Strider, I think it was.
The Day Strider, I think. Yeah, that one looks so adorable, and I agree with Margaret. Like super awkward, but in a cute, adorable way, like a giraffe, as she says.
Yeah, a giraffe. Yeah.
Yeah. But then there's new cosmetics. There's a flying piglet, a beer bear.
The beer bear. I want the beer bear.
Let me pull this up so that you guys can see. It's very earthy, this set, like very druidish if you are wanting to do an implied druid. I like implied druids, those are my favorite.
Implied druid. I'm just saying. And the best looking option yet for the Golden Feather Tavern.
Did you buy that? Because if not, I was gonna buy that.
Yeah, I'll probably end up buying in on it.
Okay.
We should both buy in on it. Then we have two locations.
Deal. Well, I'll have my home city on like the other half of the map, and then there can be like, visit the Golden Feather in this area. Visit the Golden Feather in that area.
You can have a Golden Feather franchise. It'll be great.
There we go. Yeah. Who knows? Maybe that might become a reality.
Whoa.
The costume looks like something the guards will wear in game. Yeah, I agree. I'm about to pull that up. Hold on. I just didn't know where to put it. I'm just gonna drop it here somewhere in this thing, and then I'll pull it up over here.
Yeah, like country style guards. I could see that. Like out in like the smaller towns and villages, not really like a metropolis style guard.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you think they'd want to look grand with their... I don't know. Maybe no, because the elven guards, I mean, we've already seen the super shiny armor they would have. Super shiny, polished, metal-looking wood.
I just wish they would state what tier the structure skins are for.
Yeah. Well, you say what tier? You mean which building specifically? Because the tier... Because I think everyone's gonna have access to the same types of buildings. Like the only tier, 3 tiers of build. Oh, like the small, medium, large. You mean like that?
Are there different tiers of taverns, like a little corner pub and then a bigger bar and then a tavern?
Yeah, because 3 levels of freeholds, I hadn't heard about that. Like I do know that there were
very large. Hold on.
I know that there were different tiers of cosmetic stuff that you could buy throughout the Kickstarter. Like you would if you bought into like one tier of the Kickstarter, they gave you like the tier 1 cosmetics, and then you got tier 2 cosmetics and tier 3, but those were just like saying here's one package, here's a second package, and here's a third package. The third package is more expensive, so they called it tier 3. But it wasn't really like a size difference for the actual freehold itself.
Does anybody know how many buildings there are? Because every time they unveil a new building, nobody knows where it goes. It's like, where does this go? Where do I put this on?
Yeah.
I get that question like all the time. Like, what do I put this on? I don't know.
Yeah, they have. That's another thing they haven't really nailed anything down on, is they haven't really said like the freeholds are going to be this size. and they're going to have this many building spaces or this many whatevers. Like they haven't really nailed any of that down. Every time the question comes around that I've heard, it's always come back as, you can do stuff if you want, and you can do other stuff if you want.
Like the auditorium, that big amphitheater thing. What do you put that on? Do you put that on your house, and then you live in the stadium?
Yeah.
I don't
No
know.
clue.
But yeah, no-
Theater Elf says that they think they're all freeholds.
Yeah, and see,
So
I think
just like
at least the way I understood it was the freeholds were all going to be the same size. It's just the building sizes that change, which that one I totally understand, because you're gonna have like the vault and the regular house, and you're gonna have this and that and the other.
Yeah,
But I
explanations
was-
would be nice. I agree.
Yeah, I was taking what Woodchip there said 3 levels of freeholds.
is there just going to be a generic
Yeah.
building that you can put any skin you want on it?
Yeah, like what Chip just said. This is from the Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Kickstarter exclusive freehold appearance bundle tier 3. That's for a Warrior of Old.
Yeah, and see, that's what I was talking about. They just named the bundles like tier 1, 2, and 3 because what else are they going to name it? Freehold Appearance Bundle Excalibur, Freehold Experience Bundle, Lancelot, and they'd have to come up with weird names that just won't make any sense. So it was just tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3, and the buildings, yeah, bigger sizes. I'm curious now if there was actually an intentional, like the freeholds themselves were different levels, because that one I hadn't heard about. But yeah,
Maybe
the
like
auditorium... Oh, go ahead.
Maybe if you can like increase your plot size, so like as the tier of the node levels up, your plot size levels up, and then like after a certain node level, you can put a higher tier item there. I don't know.
Yeah. I think that might be a little bit of a push, though. If you could level up, because if you have an area that's suddenly capped out on space, you'd have to move your entire freehold if you want to increase it.
Yeah, that's true.
The entire freehold would have to move. And so, like, if you're one of the lucky ones to drop a plot like really close to a node that turns into a metropolis, you're never going to be able to increase your plot size unless you do it right away, like the same day.
But maybe it could be like the small, medium, large, like what like Final Fantasy has.
Plot increasing. I like this.
Is the plot increasing? On another note, there is... Sorry, my cat is in here now. Hold on.
Kitty.
Get out, cat. Get.
But yeah, the auditorium most likely being class job building, which you can build in your freehold and get some use out of it. Yeah, I think it'd be pretty neat, even if it were to be like a...
Cats are so naughty.
I guess you could use it no matter what as like a PvP style arena, like jump in and play. What if it would just automatically flag you for PvP as soon as you jumped in? Like it was a little PvP on all the time zone with like no penalty whatsoever. That'd be pretty nifty too. You could have like your own little PvP tournaments on your property.
Oh.
Oh
Like
yeah,
a
the
little,
early structures. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, maybe it's not an amphitheater. Maybe it's like a little training area where you can train for combat and stuff.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool too. Even if they turned it on to do like parsing, like damage parsing and whatnot, and that's where you had to go for it.
Yeah.
Because that's what I've always said. Like, even if they don't put a damage meter in the game that I can use at any time, at least give me a dummy that's going to measure so I can check out my rotations and like tune myself. I don't really care if it's on inside a raid. It would be the most ideal if it was, but at least give me a dummy I can go and punch. But
it'd be kind of cool if it also tracked like what you were hitting it with and like your previous, and then like you can kind of test different rotations to see which ones maybe oh hey, Tay and I are saying the same thing, and I didn't even see what they wrote yet. But test different rotations and see which ones are doing more damage linked together as far as like skill linking. Because they did say that each additional skill that you click on a certain time frame, like if you hit that time properly, it does increase damage. So just practicing in general to like hit it on time and whatnot. But while they keep talking, I'm gonna go ahead and show off the accursed charger. Just the cover photo, but we can throw up the link for the video later.
Already. But yeah, Theater Elf. The buildings inside a city getting bigger and bigger. That's true. Every time it does upgrade from one node stage to another, the buildings are gonna get bigger. But the freeholds themselves.
Do you get more land when the node gets bigger? Like your stuff automatically increases size?
That's
if you own a building in the city, yeah.
Okay.
Outside the city is what I was curious about, because you can own a building in the city if you put your mark on it and you're paying rent for it. You can have a house or an apartment in the city, and those are going to get bigger as the node progresses. But when it comes to outside the city, your actual freehold land that you can hold in addition to that. That's the thing I was saying, that I don't think you'd be able to expand how much land it has if you place it right outside a major node. Everybody's going to drop it right outside the major node, and all the land's going to be gone. There's no land to expand to.
Here's an idea. Maybe the things like the arenas are for the mayors to use.
Oh. So the mayor can give a speech in there? That makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, if you want to go ahead and sorry, it's real quick. Yeah, Tay, if you want to go ahead and just forward that over to one of us, we'll post it up for sure.
Sorry. We'll be working on probably removing the link banning soon, because we don't want you guys to get banned on accident.
Yeah, it's probably going to be we're just trying to figure out the best way to do it so it's easy for everybody, but also not something we need to babysit.
Right.
You know, if somebody follows us and they've been on for like 50 hours or something, watching us, like 30 hours, whatever.
I think what he's trying to say is we need some moderators, guys, if you want to be our channel moderator.
But yeah, just make it something super easy. That would also be super easy.
Yeah, having a mod that could be like, oh, that link is bad, ban instant. Or at least the message, yeah. Okay, so they did the creation of the accursed charger, which is the icon you see on here is the cover for that.
Richie H left a comment, or he made a video, I think, and I watched it, and he pointed out that the charger has 4 toes, but 3 claws. And then he said that it's not efficient, but it wasn't created by nature. It was created by Eula. So I think the claws are just an accident that it has 4 toes and 3 claws.
Maybe.
Yeah, because I saw that as well. Like they were highlighting on the one picture that it was an image where they were like, one of them was laying on their side and you could see like their back feet. Mm-hmm. And there were 2 pads for the paws, but then the claws coming out were kind of 2 big claws joined into one instead of 2 small claws. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like the claws themselves were bigger too, was the nifty part. And then they were also looked like they were joined, but
I mean, either way, it looks really awesome to see, though.
If you notice, it's chasing regular reindeer. The reindeer don't glow or anything yet because it was the first creature that was created.
Not very cat-like, though. It was the first
weird creature that was created. So it's chasing regular reindeers, and they didn't have a chance.
Tay's like, send the link. I want to see it. But yeah,
I think not allowed to play those reindeer games. But yeah, I want one of the kitties. I do.
Yeah. They're so cute. I have the charger, I think, from the Kickstarter up here on my wall, all drawn out and pretty from back. Did send the link. I'm sure.
Well, I usually
okay.
say I usually have the wiki pulled up when we're streaming anyway, just in case there's something that comes up that someone's stumped on. I want to be able to try to dig it up if I can.
Oh, I can see your
Oh.
white runic steed in the background, Chibi.
Oh, that's cool. Did you highlight it? Yeah, I got it. Thank you.
They said in the last cosmetic store update that you might see the cosmetic items in the apocalypse. I think they were talking about the horses, because those horses are already created. We saw the 3D renders of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we
So
saw
I
them
think-
making those in that one video. That was really cool.
I think it would be easy for them to put the white runic steed and the obsidian stallion in there, in the game.
Oh yeah, I think that was a plan. I believe it was a Kickstarter thing. But yeah, sorry, I haven't seen anybody actually use the and it didn't do it on my Twitch chat for what do you call it, when you use Streamlabs to display the chat, it doesn't highlight it there, but I haven't seen anybody use the highlight function yet, so I got a little confused by the highlight for like 2 seconds.
With the golden feather.
Yeah, like I thought it was like a weird new like OBS thing where it was like a private message that Tay sent me, and it was like a different color to indicate it was a private message, and then you responded because I didn't finish reading it, and I was just like, hold on. But yeah, I'm glad you guys are using those. Mwahaha. But yeah, sorry, I just did not have my Twitch open over here. Spooky private messages, right? But yeah, so moving forward, AOC Apocalypse highlighted Sun Arising as contributing Play of the Week on November 1st, which was really cool. I think they also mentioned about somebody doing a 360 with the, what was it called?
Yeah, I did like a 360, one of the bows.
It was the one with the dark splattered. Yeah, that one. I don't use bows, so I don't know what they're called. I just know what they do, and I run from them usually. But, yeah, so that was pretty cool. I'm not very good at them myself as far as playing anything to do with the BR, but that being said, I would like to take the time to say, if you guys are still playing or going forward with the Castle Siege is coming soon, if you guys ever have a really cool moment or an epic win or just something silly, please send us your links. We would love to see them.
If nothing else, go there and drop them off so that the Ashes team can look at them at least.
Yeah, and who knows, maybe they'll choose one of yours. I mean, we had Z was chosen quite often for her amazing clay work for their weapons and their backpack stuff. It was super cute. But
it was basically every week there for a while. Like, our of the week is Z.
But yeah, the Nightfall bow.
Nice too.
Today the match
Z
is varied
really
from
nice
7
too.
Yeah, she is.
Z's fantastic.
Theater says sometimes there's no matches. Today the matches varied from 7 to 10. Yeah, I think they're cutting back on them because of what we talked about last time, and feel free to give us your opinions on this as well. With everybody getting oh, by the way, I think Z was #1 in donation for live stream.
Ooh, very nice. Very nice.
Z, if you're watching this, thank you so much. Like, I know we're not the ones that live streamed, but still, thank you.
Yeah, I didn't see an actual listing of people in order. I just saw their top 10, like, these are the people, just a list of names.
Yeah, that's really awesome, though. If not, I mean, it's amazing that any of you guys donated whatsoever. Like, I plan on doing that next year.
I saw somebody that donated like $500 and they weren't even on the top 10 list. So I can only imagine what the #1 spot was.
Wow.
Oh, that makes me faint. Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Woodchip says that they donated roughly $500 and they're around 15, so not quite top 10, but not much further than 15 either.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's see. Kind of closing it out here. I'll go ahead and steal this question. What one cosmetic in Ashes of Creation would make you want to play? Like, right now, sign me up, take my money. One thing. How about you, Sunfrog?
All right.
You mean like in APOC, if they put it in APOC as a reward or something?
No, the MMO completely.
Oh, if they made something for the MMO?
Yeah, just it like whatever, like just a cosmetic that you'll have going forward. APOC and MMO included, like, doesn't matter. Just like, what one thing would you be like, yes, sign me up right now?
Like a frog Tolnar.
Frog
Yeah,
Tolnar.
Frog Tolnar.
Uh-huh.
Nice. I actually wonder when they're actually going to release the list of Tolnar. Because, you know, I don't know. There's it's still a big question mark for a lot of us. Like, what exactly are these races? Who are these races? And when are we getting character creation?
Mm-hmm.
These are my questions.
I think character creation is probably going to be a little ways out, because I have a feeling that's going to be one of the things that they're gonna want to have fairly polished when they give to people.
Sauce Please is on there too, by the way. Just saying. Sorry. Yeah. Tay, Sauce Please, and Z are the three people that I definitely recognize the names of.
Sage Fawn Awesome. I know I've seen the name a bunch. That's about all I really know. I've seen the name probably on the forums more often than anything.
What Chip's
Stilettos
favorite?
and fishnet stockings.
Yes, stilettos and fishnet stockings for the yes. Sign me up right now. Well, let me tell you, friend, you're gonna find that in Final Fantasy 14 for sure.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, I'm not sure if they're gonna have much fishnets here.
I mean, they'll have fishnets, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be for fishing.
But on that vein though, Sunfrog, you'd mentioned before we started streaming here, you had some ideas for rewards for Castle Siege. What were some of your thoughts on that? Because I know as was mentioned and I agreed on, if they do too much work on adding extra rewards for the Castle Siege, some people may get upset because it's taking even more dev time from the game, from the MMO itself.
Right. I was thinking about that. Are they going to create all new cosmetics? Because then people will complain. So then I thought, well, what could they do that doesn't take time away from the MMO? And they could give away embers. That's easy. They could give away forum badges or in-game names. That only takes a couple of minutes to create. Maybe different colored Discord dots to show what level you're at. And I think I think the big prize might be like a free month of game time. I think people would go for that.
Yeah.
It'd definitely be a hook to get people to for sure come back and try the MMO. 'Cause if they have a free to play game that's going to give them a free month to play the MMO when it comes out, I mean, what's the worst that can happen? You play a game that you may or may not like during the beta for it, for that phase or whatever it's going to end up evolving into by the time it's all said and done. Like, you play the Castle Siege, you get to level 50 just to...
Sorry, we're laughing at chat, by the way.
Yeah, so Taylor, but yeah, just I'm not sure if you're actually watching it, Sunfrog, or anyone else watching it on YouTube, but yeah, so Taylor said first place in Castle Siege just gets a full body fishnet. I said we call that tuna costume, and so Bree came out and said I think it's actually called bait. Tay shows up, ruins chat. Broken. It's broken. But
We love
yeah,
these
they
moments.
show in. They play a free Castle Siege bit. They get into that. They get up to level 50, and then they get time on the MMO. Costs the team nothing. Costs the game nothing. Costs the community nothing. And we get somebody that comes back to definitely play the MMO for a month.
Right. Because, I mean, it's free. Why not? That being said, though, also, Sunfrog, you had, and I hinted at this earlier, you had some interesting ideas for cosmetics for the holiday season.
Oh, like a Santa Claus costume or Santa Claus armor, and then a weapon skin that looks like a candy cane, like the Bone Crusher.
Yeah, get the Bone Crusher out there with the candy cane. I love it. Or, it could just be a present on a stick, a big present box. Like a candy cane bow.
Or like the wand could be made out of like something that looks like candy cane. Or like wrapping instead of an alchemist bomb being like in a little thing, it could be like in a present. You could just like throw the present and then it's a bomb, but like, you know.
How do you get Santa
The chest
armor if
could be
there's no
presents.
Santa?
I like that one better.
Why do you have to
yeah.
make sense? Why do you have to make sense, Tay? We can peer pressure them into making a holiday that has a Santa-like costume person.
Also, it could just be like resemblance of like Christmassy, but like without it being super specific.
Like an elf hat instead of
There's
a helmet.
an old video showing guards wearing Santa hats. Yeah, see?
Hmm.
That'd be cute.
Yeah, I have a
Something
feeling,
like that.
sadly enough, though, I have a feeling that Tay might be onto something, though, that they're probably not going to go like the WoW style route of going crazy with real world holiday stuff in game. And
Well, I think they did say that they'd emulate kind of the same idea, but in game, like their own in game, like maybe in the spirit of like Vera and holiday seasons, which is going to be interesting considering the weather's changing every like 2 weeks, or every 1 week. Yeah, I think there was a Christmas tree, but
well, yeah, I could see like there being something like a Santa-like costume for whatever the equivalent would be in the game lore, but I wouldn't see like the candy cane weaponry type stuff.
oh yeah,
Or, like, a present on a
that
stick. I
feels
just
more
wouldn't see
like
that
Final
stuff.
Fantasy related. Like Final Fantasy, I can imagine having all of the fancy like weapon
Like
looking things.
Overwatch.
How about a potion launcher that shoots Christmas tree ornaments?
Right?
Okay. Yeah, I like it. Actually, that would be really cool if that were one of the quests, was to decorate a giant tree and you had to use a potion launcher with ornaments loaded to decorate the tree.
Oh, that would be cool. And instead of
That
like
would.
exploding the tree, it would just like, if you actually aimed it properly and it hit the hitbox, it would like add another ornament on there.
And get another one and pick up like it could be like a tinsel launcher.
Can you imagine all of us like just surrounding the tree and everyone's like, ready, aim, fire, and like all these like potion launchers being at like going off at the tree. It's like, that's the way we decorate.
I like it. Yeah.
Could
and you know
shoot
what?
a
Something
bow
like that.
with like
Yeah,
tinsel.
something like that wouldn't even be like a terrible immersion breaking thing either if they had it as a timed item. Like at the end of the month or at the end of the holiday event, it just disappears. It stops being functional.
Yeah.
It's only functional during the holiday season. Like,
And
then
it would
wouldn't even
work.
really be immersion breaking.
Right. And it would work because it could be like one of those things. Also, another thing to do with immersion break, these kind of tie together. The first idea is it would work because it doesn't have to be snowing necessarily to have a Christmas tree up. But the second idea I had was, you know how they have the whole bosses come out and then like it could possibly like, you know, an angry dragon comes out and sets off an internal winter until you defeat it kind of thing. There could be a boss that comes out that makes it snow in that area until you defeat it, and then like once you defeat it, it goes to another area and like causes snow there, maybe.
Yeah, it could be
Just
some
thoughts.
nifty stuff like that. Yeah.
We put a tree in our freehold and decorate it if we wanted to. And the answer was hope so. That's nice. Also, Tay says that sounds like a great mini game. Would like to would look like my tree is growing up with my mom's Gotti style, right?
Yeah, mine's gonna be all Halloween, like spooky stuff everywhere all year round, and then the Golden Feather Tavern right at the entrance.
Let me just give you a little bit of, behind the scenes on that. This is coming from the man that says he wants to put up the Halloween like ghosts and then, put some like Thanksgiving, like a chicken, or not chicken, but like a turkey over here and like the corn on the cob. And then by Christmas, just, stick a nice Santa costume right onto that ghost. You just don't have to take it off for the entire time. It's Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas all in one.
Thought it was a genius idea. For those that don't like taking down. Yeah, see, those that don't like taking down decorations or don't like putting them up very often, you can just start in Halloween theme, put up all your ghosts and your zombies and such. And then, when Thanksgiving comes around, you put like little Indian feathers or the pilgrim outfits or whatever you want to do, like dress them up like a turkey so that they can go and be the Thanksgiving. They just slap a Santa Claus costume on and put some presents around them. It'd work. It'd be a thing. They only have to decorate once for 3 months and then just keep modifying the decorations.
See what I had to put up with.
It's genius. You're just jealous you didn't
Genius,
think.
I love it.
You just didn't think of it and you're
I
sad.
agree with that. Yeah.
Boy, but speaking of bosses.
Oh, go ahead, sorry.
Oh no, you go ahead.
Boss.
You go ahead.
Well, it's gonna change away from that topic, so if you
me
wanna.
too.
Okay. Well, then the one I was gonna say was one final question I was going to leave with all of you guys, just to kind of ponder, food for thought. Once Castle Sieges come out, do you think anybody will play the BR? Considering a lot of people are already not playing the BR.
I'll go first on that one. I think the BR is going to be a ghost land when Castle Siege comes out. But then again, I also think that Castle Siege is going to become a ghost land when Horde mode comes out.
Yeah.
And then maybe there might be some people picking up the BR again just to mix it up. But
Personally for me, the people I see kind of sticking with the Castle Sieges afterwards would be like guilds that are working on their independent wood chip.
it's got a super rainbow, sparkly, bouncy unicorn thing in a heart. I love it.
Thank you so much for the bits there. We really appreciate it. Also, Woodchip is our 8-month-long resub, so thank you for that as well. Our founder, 8-month-long subscriber, so thank you, and thank you for being first. So I really appreciate that. Pretty soon we're going to be implementing a PayPal so that we can officially store all of these lovely gifts that you guys are giving us, and then utilize them for future things that I will tell you more about soon, TM. But just know it's a big project that we're working on.
Yeah.
But yeah, for me, I was thinking that the Castle Siege would probably be more so, Castle Siege and Horde mode together would be more so utilized by guilds that are working on their guild grouping. So like when we go out and do player versus player as a group, and then making sure everybody has their own things. Because I believe in the Castle Siege, you are able to have class kits, correct? Mm-hmm. So it kind of allows us to practice with the class kits on like what things we are possibly interested in as far as like roles. So do you want to be a support and have more of the healer class kit? Do you want to be more of a tank and have a tank class kit? And just kind of practicing with that until the actual game comes out. But yeah, catching up on chat real quick. Taylor says already quite ghostly. We got 16 players in 24-hour via Viva stream. That is pretty spooky, right? BR is already a ghost town, and I'm afraid we will have a rush with CS and fall of very quickly. Yeah.
Like a rush to play Castle Siege and then a fall off really quickly after.
Yeah, I could see that.
I think that might be a thing, but I don't think, in my humble opinion, I don't think it's going to be quite as quick a fall off as the BR, because the BR is a BR is a BR is a BR is a BR. This had a slightly different twist on it, so it was more unique than a lot of the BRs out there. However, it's not as fully fleshed out as a lot of the BRs out there. So it was both more interesting and less interesting than all of them out there. So it was like, yeah, I want to play this because it's interesting. And then they realized it wasn't as fully featured, and it was beta, and it was blah. So they were like, maybe not so much.
Right.
But with the Castle Siege, it's actually going to have classes. It's going to be more of a unique gameplay style. And I mean, I know it's not the only one that's done something like this, but as far as what's out there right now, it's more unique. It's I think more interesting. Yeah, that's confirmed. Yeah, it's not going to be representative of MMO RPG gameplay, mainly because it's only going to have the action combat. It's not going to have the tab target yet.
But there will be like a little bit of like the healing stuff, kind of.
Yeah, and it's going to be very much what's the word I'm looking for? Objective based.
Right.
As far as that class has an objective, and every skill they give you for that class kit is going to suit that objective, and maybe a little utility, but it's not going to be like a full kit. So It's not going to be representative of this is going to be exactly like the class, especially when there's a class that doesn't exist in the MMO. So,
like, the engineer.
yeah.
But yeah, aside from that, let's see. What do you think, Sunfrog, about the usage of the BR versus the other things?
I don't know if they're going to keep the BR up. I think plan A was to make the BR and then get all the BR players interested in the game and then move them over to the MMO. But there's only about 8 to 10 people playing the BR. So maybe they're going to take it down. I don't want to say that. That makes me really sad, but I don't see how they could keep it up if only 10 people are playing it.
And I mean, that was even something that I kind of saw a little bit of within closer to the peak playing times, that when I got a chance to actually participate, was that even then there wasn't a full 50 people playing.
Yeah, and that's the thing I'm also curious about, is if it would be worthwhile for them to even leave it up when Castle Siege is up. I think they probably will. Just looking at their motivations for everything, they wanted to have all 3 of those modes up and going. At least that's what I remember from one of the live streams, as Stephen was saying, that it'd be up 24/7, then they're going to make another one, and it's going to be up 24/7, and they're going to make the other one, and it's going to be up 24/7. But he never mentioned taking any of them down.
Right.
Now, what they might be able to do is maybe there's going to be the one launcher, and once you're in the launcher, you choose which game you're going to go for, or game type, platform, whatever they're going to brand it as. APOC mode you're going to go for to actually log into, and it'll just seamlessly load directly into that one only. And well, I think the level 50, that's only per season. So it's basically going to reset, and there's going to be a whole new season. And it's going to start back at, level 1.
Right.
And then you got to earn it up again. I think the season only has like a couple more weeks, and then it's a brand new season. Which, to be honest, Margaret said in one of the live streams, like, there's a reason there's seasons, and there's a reason the timer is ticking down. I'm gonna go ahead and add a theory in there about Castle Siege. I'm sure you can probably infer where I'm going, but that's a theory of mine, is when that season ends is going to be a decent time for them to start up Castle Siege with a whole new season of levels to earn.
There's only like 4 or 5 weeks left of lore to explore. I think we're on week 8 now, and it goes up to week 12.
It needs
But-
to go up to week 12, but then have all of the lore given to us. All of it. Just give us a book. Give us the encyclopedia. Okay.
That being said, Sunfrog, don't you do lore videos on each week?
Oh, well, I do that because I don't know if they're going to keep the BR up, and I don't want it to disappear from the world if they take it down. So I want
Right.
to have like a record of the lore that I can refer back to if I need to.
Right?
Yeah.
So for those
I
of
would,
you... Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, I would totally buy into a physical book of lore for the game.
Oh yeah, definitely. Me too.
Mhm.
I'd have that sitting on my coffee table like, do you know our Lord and Savior? No, I'm just kidding. But for those of you who love lore and have not had a chance to see any of Sunfrog's stuff as far as the BR lore, or maybe you're checking this video out later, Sunfrog has a YouTube channel, and on that he has a lot of the BR lore, and it's really cool to listen to, as well as just seems like just thoughts as he's going through the game and things that he's thinking about. So
the one last thing I wanted to close on is speaking of lore, something that Sunfrog, you pulled out something about the book reading statue.
Oh, yeah. I think that's an Easter egg. I think one of the developers said they had Easter eggs in the game. If you look at the girl that's reading the book, I'm always wondering, what is she reading? Or is she a mage or something? And one day I jumped up and stood on top of the book and I looked at her face and she looked familiar to me. And then when I watched the charity stream, the statue kind of looks like Samantha Page, the person who's writing the game.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
One of the,
So then I thought, is that her? Is the person reading the book the person who's writing the lore? That could be an Easter egg right there.
definitely.
absolutely. Did you end up seeing the link for that picture?
I did not, but I think I have the picture. I saw the picture somewhere in here.
Yeah,
did
I
you
put
put
her
it?
face next to the statue.
There
Yeah,
you
And
go.
you
did
can see they
you-
both have like a square jaw. Their lips are similar.
I was looking for
They
it
have
in
the
our
same
file.
hairstyle.
Yeah, and honestly, with the one picture that you did include didn't look as close as another picture I saw of her. I was able to see a little bit more of like you were
There you go.
saying, like the square jaw and whatnot in a different image. But
I'll go ahead and throw this up there for those of you that are watching it, so you can kind of see what we're looking at here as well. There you go.
and wait, by the way, Death Vice, welcome. I don't remember seeing your name in here before, so welcome.
Yes.
Just towards the end of our stream.
But
Because we haven't in the weekly lore, we haven't had anything about mages or anything like that. So I don't think she's a hero. I think it's actually Samantha Page, the person who's writing the lore.
That's really
The
cool.
That'd
statue
be
could
interesting.
be the statue of the guy. He could be Theron or and that big head. It's just a big head. I think that's Rikashi, the Black Ember. I don't know why. She just looks like a Rikashi to me.
But Tay says Easter egg. I thought this was common knowledge.
Is it
Which-
her? I didn't know that. Wow.
I don't know. There's a face. So whenever I see that, I'm not sure how to take the
yeah.
this.
That could be definitely is common knowledge, or it could definitely be not common
Right.
knowledge at all.
But yeah, no, I'm hoping to eventually be able to do something, and let's just say theoretically, because I know we're not allowed to get the game time for people. We're not allowed to get keys for people unless if we end up becoming a content creator, if we ended up with a key, then we can give that away. But in the future, if there is a said lore book, I may get 2 of them and give 1 of them away. Because
Yeah, that's-
lore. Aw, Woodchip, thank you so
Woodchip.
much. Welcome,
You're
Tayloon,
awesome.
to the Regulars Club.
Welcome, welcome.
The whole idea
Thanks,
behind
Ed.
it, the whole idea behind it is like when you follow, you've entered the tavern, and when you subscribe, you became a regular to the tavern, which means you get new perks. Because, you know, when you're a regular somewhere, they remember your name. Not that we don't remember your names, just saying. But like they remember your
I
name.
don't remember
you get,
anybody's names ever.
but like they treat you with a little extra service, you know, and things like that. And Death Vice, thank you so much for the follow. We appreciate that. Welcome to our tavern. Welcome to the channel. So yeah, just like that. Death Vice has just entered the tavern. Welcome. So yeah, that's just kind of yeah. What? What
jeez.
Jeez. Just hearts everywhere. Hearts. All the if you guys, I believe you guys have access to this tier 1. I don't know, but here, have some Ashes love for Woodchip. Thank you so much.
You, Chip, I don't know if you're going to be going to that launch party, but if you are, you're going to
let us know. Yes.
Just saying, you're going to get a hug.
Yeah. And for those of you that are new subscribers, hi, welcome. One thing that I am working on in our Discord is working with subscribers on helping improve our podcast. So whether you are gifted or you are self-decided as a subscriber, feel free to pop on by into our Discord. Discord. So that you can help us out with ideas, get the instant link to the video before I officially make it public for everybody, things like that. So if I see more progress, I'll upgrade, but until then. Oh yeah, for the launch party. Yeah.
That makes sense. And that makes sense.
That's totally fair. But
That's right. We were talking about if we end up getting in the money, rich and famous, we're going to upgrade all the way up to that, what was it, $10,000 tier?
Guys, I want that Pathfinder book. I don't care how I get it. I want it. Just saying. I love Pathfinder that much. In terms of whose face is that, you're going to see some NPCs looking very similar to the devs, because why wouldn't they do that, right?
True story.
That's fair. I mean, if you're going to make it look like anybody.
At the other statues.
Right? Start placing faces. But
I mean, we've obviously found Jeff's or Steven's sandal in there, so.
Yep, now we got to find it again when Castle Siege comes out.
Yep.
They've got to have it hidden in there again.
Right.
But all of that being said, had ourselves a good time, but it's about time to wind it down and run on out of here. No deaths, I don't think it was. Not that I know of, anyway. Not that I know of.
I thought it was. Because
And
there's
yeah,
that
Theodore, I think it's Hero of the People gets you the statue.
there's that one where somebody like blew up something and then found the secret place. Or am I thinking of something completely different?
Maybe something completely different. Yeah, I don't think it's been found on the new map, the small, like, winterized one.
Okay.
Is it sandal in the new map?
Oh, the new map one
They-
specifically.
Yeah, I don't think they actually said that there is a sandal there, but I think they said there's always going to be a sandal. Like previously, there's going to be a sandal in all the everything.
Okay.
So I would assume that there is. And it's a smaller map, so it should be found here soon.
Right,
'Cause
right.
People have time to look around the entire map now. But
I like the new map.
Oops, maybe it was
I do
YT.
too.
There we
I
go.
think Agelios was saying he didn't like it. It's too small. You have to fight too quickly. But I think
Right.
it's perfect. You have time to find a weapon and then you start fighting. And it's also a lot prettier too.
Maybe it's just not on the new map unless they said it was. But just to kind of wrap it up here, the first link I gave you guys is our Discord, so feel free to come join our Discord. I'm working on being more chatty in there. I've just been really busy with trying to find a new job and working really hard on doing HTML, CSS stuff. So bear with me. The second one is our YouTube, which is where we will put this video up later. So if you missed the beginning part of it or came in or just want to rewatch it, feel free to check us out there. And the final one is Sunfrog's YouTube. So if you would like to see some of the content that he makes, check it out there. Thanks all you guys streaming next week. Yes. So one final announcement. Next week we are doing another live stream because the following week is Black Friday. So we realized some of you guys would either be busy with family still, day after Thanksgiving and all, or out trying to, you know, be crazy and fight those other Black Friday shoppers. For me, I'm just gonna stay inside and be safe.
Yeah, or napping because of any of the above mentioned activities.
Yes.
Dealing with the family or shopping.
Right. But right after the live stream next week, definitely going to be doing that one. And also can't wait to have more information. And we are going to be with Illyrian next week as our guest. So sorry for that.
Right.
Fingers crossed that we have some major awesome news. And thank you so much, Sunfrog, for joining us.
Yeah, Son, if you have any closing thoughts right quick, and if you want to drop your mentions of your channels and such, feel free to do so.
Let me think. No. My channel is Sunfrog on YouTube, I guess. I'm Sunfrog everywhere, on Discord, on the forums, everywhere else. I'm very friendly, so don't be shy to say hello. I like everybody.
Aww. Okay, two things. Theater Elf mentioned, yes, they're moving to their new office on the 22nd, so we've seen some sneak peeks on that. Can't wait to see the full thing. And thank you so much, Tay. Tay says, question, did you know that you are loved and appreciated?
Oh,
You do now.
hearts.
Hearts.
Did you say they're moving to the new office on the 22nd?
Correct.
Yep.
That's the date of the live stream. You think they're going to give us a tour?
Never
that would
know.
be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool.
It will. I think it'll be a tour.
Moving and doing the live stream on the
tour.
same day, right? That's crazy. Yes, a tour. All right. But yeah, these are things we shall find out soon enough. In the meantime, feel free to join our Discord. Again, we can always link you over to the official Ashes if you guys have never been there. All in all, thank you guys so much for joining us. Thank you, Woodchip, for being an amazing part of our community, and you know, just thank you from the bottom of the Golden Feather's heart. Thank you.
The bottom of the golden feather.
The top.
So thank you for doing what you do. And hopefully you get your intro worked out. I know you've had a couple different versions here lately, so
Yeah.
hopefully get ironed out which one you like better.
Yeah.
And thank you everybody for stopping by. Thank you so much for your time and your love and your questions and your comments and just having fun with us. Appreciate it.
See you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Adios.